great that it's easy acts to follow the voice of an angel in stories that bring you to tears, but I just ask two things. Number one, no heckling, and number two, if you have a cell phone, if you turn it on and entertain yourself for the next few minutes, we'll get through this together, okay? We're gonna be all right. So, at the risk of being Mr. Obvious, I gotta say that the bridesmaids were absolutely stunning today. They did a great job. A great day. We'll get to you in a sec, H. I think you did copy my outfit here, though. Bridesmaids only outdone, of course, by the lovely Nicole. Yeah. Radiant, was so happy. And I think I would probably guess that anyone who knows a single guy out there is crushed today because someone is off the list. I think when the ring went on, there was an audible gasp, and you could just say that it's bad. It's a bad calamity if you're a single guy. And the ladies, I'm sure you'll agree that H is passing off the eligibility list. Caused not a ripple. And no one noticed. You know, H, from the bottom of my heart, it's just a privilege to be here. And today you gained a soulmate, maybe a cook. I tell you, a woman of many talents, and from the rehearsal dinner, we know that H had a great line, as usual, who can chirp, "I'm marrying the Von Trapp family." And she's a triple threat karaoke machine. She's instantly going to be there. So you've gained all that today. And Nicole, you've got that dress and some flowers. It's been said that if you have a good foundation of friendship, the best man's speech can write itself. In this case, I didn't do a blessed thing. H actually gave me this. As you guys know, he likes to talk a little bit. He likes to take control. This is his talking points. And if anyone who has been in the H house, he wanted to make baseball cards out of that shirtless picture from Hawaii. We know the one. It's been on his fridge for 20 years. Sorry, H, I couldn't swing that. But stand by for Christmas. It might be coming. You know, I gotta be honest, my first encounter with H was about 25 years ago. You know, I were just two pre-med majors at the Harvard of New Hampshire. And just trying to find our way, to be honest with you. And we immediately bonded, and I can honestly say, and this is gonna go well for you, Nicole, we haven't had a blip in our relationship, except maybe about 2 weeks in, when H was still dreaming of playing Division 17 football. But fortunately, after a few Thursday nights, he gave up that dream, and it's Yugoslavia's football's losses on him. So, you know, Mr. and Mrs. H had so many sacrifices, and he did give up the pre-med, obviously. And he really dedicated himself to entertaining himself, foremost, and others. Part of his list I had to mention the switching of the Slim Fast with the Nestle's Quick. It was on his list, and I think that was his finest contribution in 4 years. Let's see, where are we here? So Mr. and Mrs. H, he didn't cure anything, played a few good jokes, and I could go on, but there's a lot of history, 25 years. Maybe from self-incrimination, and due to the audience, I'm not going to keep going on, but you know, with that backdrop, and H and I lived together after school until my cranky wife said, the three of us can't live together. And some people just are not reasonable at all. It was a bad breakup, me and H. It was a little sad. But, you know, you got to move on a little bit. So given that history, I almost threw up when I got a call on a Thursday. And H again can chirp. Hey, H, what's up? Not that I want to introduce you to a little lady this weekend. I said, all right, do I need to speak Russian? And he said, no. Yeah, she's actually been around here. So that's great. And he says to me, it's a big reward. I said, a reward for what? She's passed the H dating crucible. Through the paces, she's passed everything, and I tell you, Macca, for her reward, it's a weekend date. And I said, really? When did you meet her? He said, last Tuesday. So, needless to say, he comes down, and H before this might have been the guy who would change everything about himself for a girl. And I had a weird sense of deja vu out there when he leaned in for the kiss, because I think we've seen that up at St. A's. Let's just say that today ended a little bit better. So, but I will say, when H came, there was no crazy get-up, there was no accent, he didn't say you want to go pottery or anything like that. He gave Nicole the best gift he could, and that's himself. And right from day one, I echo what the Reverend said. It's just, H was H, and it was so good to see. And, you know, having got to know Nicole over these months, years, whatever it's been, it's really nice because, you know, you've got a heart of gold, and frankly, you deserve a good husband. And H, you're lucky she said yes to you before someone snapped her up. But in all seriousness, it's, I guess I should offer some profound advice about marriage. Lay down some ground rules and establish who's the boss, and then say yes. One thing I can't tell you is that things you think you know now will change. Like if you were ridiculous enough to buy golf clubs right before you got married. And you say, hey honey, I think I'll go out golfing and have a few beers with the boys. And she says, fine. Once you have that wedding cake today, fine doesn't mean fine. So that's, you gotta figure that out on your own, there's no playbook. But it's been my good fortune to know H for 25 years. He's proven to be a great friend, and he's a good man. And we've seen countless examples. I could go on all day. The interview for the running the marathons, and what do you do, big fella? Why do you do it? Because it's loyalty, it's generosity, and he's the best guy out there. And going over the last few days, I've talked to people, and to a person, I said, well, how would you describe H? And it was generous, caring, kind, but above all, I think it's loyalty. If you're with H, he's with you, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts, and you've got someone for life. I think the only dissenter in the opinion was somebody said he was a little bit lazy and kind of messy. But that was Mrs. H. I think she might have just been under the stress of the wedding. And she knows better than I, so I let it go. But, you know, honestly, and Nicole, he said something to me, and I think we've all seen it. He said, I've been the happiest I've ever been in my life since you came on board. And I love you guys together. And with that, I'll wrap this up, and I just wish you guys the feeling of love and friendship you feel today, and I hope you have a great marriage. And please forgive me, H.